Hi guys, welcome back to another How to Build Your Model Array series video. Charles goes up there. But look at these pairs. We have got Intercity Castle Set, GWR, Intercity as I said. We also got Junior on the inside. These lines will get filled up in time with East Coast, Virgin, probably something else at some point, but never mind that. Welcome back to another video of How to Build Your Model Array series part 2. As you can see, during my extra day off I built this railway, so we got 2 lines now instead of just the one. So line 1 is the one that's in operation at the moment. This one is in operation. This one at the moment is not, but we'll again be hopefully to get that one up and running by the end of the week, hopefully. But yep. So we've got the station just there, just here, and we've got just a normal platform. But I would like to put a bit of fencing in between the platform because I want to put a path in for workers and for people to walk beside the railway. So, and that way you can have a bit of fencing on that side of the board here. If you get occasionally outshot a bit of videoing, don't worry. It's because my hand being in front of the camera or getting close so we can change the light level. But along this stretch here will be a path for pedestrians and for workers who work on this railway. Any other trains running today? Well, it's going to be 66s, but to start of the show we're going to get the 43s out, and then we'll work away to doing the cargo today. And then we might, if we got enough time, we might work with getting the steam engines out towards the end of the video, but we'll see how much time we have available today. But I need to work on line 2 today, get it a bit more presentable, because we're going to have another point in, because on line 2 this one's going to be for the freight train. Yep, this is going to be the one occasion where I'm going to be adding the extra siding for the freight train. For the extra sidings mostly are going to be for these sets here, and they're all going to be housed in these sidings here for the newer sets which I'm going to be getting next year. So my main focus of East Coast and maybe the Midland Pullman set if I can get it, and probably the cross country set as well, and the Grand Central of course. And the Virgin livery maybe I'll get in June, and in July I might get a couple of others for next year. But on top of that I've got to save some money up because I want to travel on the Midland Pullman HST set, because that'll probably be potentially my last time to travel on one in quite a number of years. So I'm going to take the opportunity, I think, next year to actually ride the real thing, which would be quite nice. But yes, I got a whole bundle of stuff to do, and today being part 2 to How to Build Your Model Array series, it's going to be a bit more complicated today. Well, how? Well, that's a good question. I have already started to clear this board. This is why I have been occupied and I wanted to have the extra day off from filming, because I'm to work on this board and the house needs tidying as well. So that's another thing that needs to be done. And this room is a complete mess still. So this is going to be taking a number of days, or probably a week, to get it all sorted. But yeah, this is part 2 of How to Build Your Model Array series, as I say. But part 2 is going to be, as I said, a complicated sort of plan today, because part 2 is never going to be as straightforward as part 1. and a lot of people probably agree with me with that, because part 1 is always the simple step. Let me just try to get you set up. So part 2, we're going to build line 2, which is where it's going to house the DB cargoes there, which for its freight trains, with its wagons and tankers and all that. But that is the only one-off I have on this layout. Apart from the Class 43s, it's the only other one's going to be on this layout is going to be the Class 66. That'll be it. Mainly it's going to be 43s only on this layout, because I'm the most passionate train, and you know, they gave me great memories as a kid. But on top of that, you know, I'd rather have these sets running around on my layout because they look smarter, and in my opinion they look, you know, iconic from its time, and they still look iconic being they're still predated. They still look pretty iconic from today. But yes. So part 2. I think the first step we need to do is to move speakers, try to clear up some of that mess in the corner, which is literally just track. We need to move that, move the station, and we'll need to move this piece of fencing and whatever mess is in the way to build the siding for the cargo. That is the first step I need to get done. For the build new model OCs for today, it's going to be a little bit complicated, but I'm going to show you how my dream layout is going to turn out, and I'm going to draw out a layout plan which I have already done for the train group for next month. I can't remember entirely. I did really do some drawings for it all, but I'm going to show you the book I got in front of me, but I'm going to show that a little later on. So, and just a quick note before I start putting track together and getting the iconic sets running around, I just want to quickly point out, if anyone wants to see the steam engines run on my HST Houses line, it will only be running for the sake you guys want to see steam engines on my railway. Alright, so off camera and the certain days when I do running the sessions, some days I'm going to be running the HSTs alone and the Class 66 as well. But on other days you can have a choice of what steam engines you want to see me to run on this layout. But I mean, mainly when I'm filming, it's going to be up to you what you want to see while I'm filming. Off camera, I'm going to be running my HSTs all the time. So yes, that's basically what I'm going to be doing. This layout, my dream layout, is going to be a HST Houses line layout alone. With one exception was cargo set. That'll be it. Nothing else will be on here. Only HSTs will be on this layout, and that'll be it. So yes, that's going to be a thing, and a lot of people might think differently about it, because yes, I did say I'm going to start with moving the mess, but I'm going to put this point in first, because if I don't, I'll probably forget about putting it in later on. So what I'm going to do with the siding, well, the station even, well, the station will just be moved slightly further down from where the siding's going to be. That's all, it's going to be different, because it's going to be down this end instead of, because it will go round, possibly round to the right. It's going to be multiple stations. I might just put one big one on platform 1, and then the inside loop can be just a free running line right near the station. But or potentially, you know, line 2 could go around slightly to the right and then goes back out, and then the straight piece of the siding can be used for like a branch piece. I don't know, but I'm not doing it like that. So that's, the siding's going to be for the cargo. So what I might think of doing is put the old platform on platform 1 again. Same with that one's already been there, but we've got an extra one just beside it, and we'll name different stations of different names. So this one was going to be just called the HT station, or class 43, in city station or something. I mean, it's a heritage line, you can name them whatever you want. It's not like a main line, so I know a lot of people will probably say otherwise, but it's something like that, not someone else's. So let's get cracking, shall we? We'll remove the speakers, we'll remove the old body of one of the old trains and take her off the line. Remove the old fencing out of the way. Apologise for knocking the camera, but yeah. Hope you guys are doing all well today. Enjoying the slightly overcast, sort of miserable sort of November weather. But yes, it is kind of that time of year, isn't it? Makes things a little bit more depressing in the weather. You might hear slightly around sounds noise outside because dogs are barking. And we're going to bring the gauge modes combi controller out for line 2. I'm going to get that set up in part 3. Today it's just getting line 2 set up for the sidings for now, but I'm going to be focusing on running line 3 in the next part, which will be probably on next week's video. We're going to have a full running session tomorrow, and then on Thursday is going to be a day of video gameplay and probably a chat video, but we'll see. As for Friday, it'll be normal type of mainline videos with going on the mainline and film somewhere new again. Trying to think where I haven't been yet. I can remove the speakers too for now, just to keep them out of the way. I hope you guys are all doing well as well. I'll just put them off to one side for now, and so what I can do with them later. I might just put them back on here when I want to play music after the videos are done, but we'll see. Right, loads more track now, as you can see. I'll just add in more. Obviously I'm not going to be too crazy with this because obviously it's got to get a radius in, because obviously it needs as much space as possible for this cargo set, and let's face it, the DB cargo is going to be taking up a lot of the room on this line, because she's got to house all her wagons in this corner here, and she will be sitting at the front of the siding to collect them. So she's not really going to have an extra siding for her, but she's going to sit on the same side with her load, basically. She's going to sit in the same side with her load. There will be a section I would expect at some point I'm going to be adding for the extra coaches for the HST sets I'm going to be getting, which will be getting next year, hopefully. Get East Coast, Midland Pullman, Cross Country, In-City Spire set, Trustgate Western. That's just going to be a few of them to add to the collection. trying to think what sort of length I need for that one. But I need half a straight piece, I think. Something like that. It's a little long. Need to make it a little fun little one that's, well, fun one that's a bit shorter, so to speak. This one's just a little too long in its length. It might work actually. There you go. The only thing I have a slight concern about by doing this, building the inside line like this, is because making how much space between the sidings and the track itself to run beside the yard for the HSTs, but and the gap between the for the yard for the DB cargo set, which is going to be used for that purpose only. So we're going to make sure we just use it for that. So at the moment we got quite a stretch already, but it's not going to be enough. Not the Class 66 working with all the wagons that they gotta move around. And it doesn't matter, this particularly siding will be with possibly first radius. Just for this yard, just for the cargo, it's going to be probably some first radius in this particular siding, because obviously it's going to be housing all those wagons. So I want to make it as tight as possible, that way it takes less space up on the board. But on the two outer lines there are half a second radius curves just for certain points of the track, but mainly it's third and fourth radius, the outer line being fourth. The inside for the big part of it is third radius, so it makes the journeys a little bit more smoother for the trains. Like being this layout's going to be for the HSTs, they're going to be running smooth on those corners, and then anything that's going to be too tight, I'm sure they can manage tighter radius, but I'm not going to try it. I don't want to damage the motors inside of them by doing silly things like that. We are going to have a side, we're going to end the siding off on this corner, because it's actually going to be quite a big siding for this radius. Well, for this yard it's just going to be quite tight, which is fine. Especially fine to have a siding that tight, especially for a freight train. There's nothing wrong with that. So I'm going to end off there, which is the end of the line for the cargo. So I need to put a buffer in here, and once we've got the cork and banners laid down, that will be the next step. So after Christmas, once I got the HST I want, I'm going to start cracking on soon to get the cork put down, get the banners put down, and then we'll start really seeing the difference. As for the station ends, there's going to be one station here and the one station behind the phone at the moment, which is going to be called the HST Heritage Line Station. This one's going to be called something else. I'm not totally sure what I'm going to call that one yet, but this one I'll be painted, you can see all year long. I've painted it. So should we work with the Class 66 first, and then work with the iconic sets, and then we'll see if we've got free time? Well, before we do that, I did say I was gonna what was I gonna do? we're going to put a station on this side, I think. We can use this side just as temporary use of station from time to time. During the evening, the cargo can sit in here, and during the day when I'm running the trains, then the station can be put here, but during the evening the cargo will sit here until it's her turn to run on the track. As for the steam locomotives, they're going to be basically only run by your requests. They're not going to be running otherwise. Excuse me. I've been filming for about an hour, roughly. So it's not going to be a long video today. It's going to be just a bit of fun today. Move to 66. And then we'll get all the wagons down for her so she can pull her freight train. She's going to be the first one up to run today. And then we'll work on the iconic sets after this train is run around. Everything is powers on. Control room should be active. Yes, it is. And as you can see, the curtain's kind of in the way of the railway, which is not ideal. And it needs to be moved before I run the cargo train properly. Otherwise, you're just going to be, curtain's just going to be in the way constantly. Otherwise, it's not something we really want to have to deal with. So I got a buffer at the end of that siding. I need to put some more buffers on the HST sidings because they're going to be heavily used by them, so they need sidings too, where they've got protection from basically stops them falling off the back of the track. The Hornby buffers, well, they're cheap and they're fairly, make them fairly creative out them. There we go. Let's get the cargo stuff down. Today will be a proper. I'm going to show you basically what my plan is with my railway, and you can watch my past How to Build a Railway series. I have done a year ago. I did my last How to Build a Railway series, but the one's great. I think these ones are better, but I think it helps with the better quality of the phone I got now to align on that real camera. Didn't really show the detail very well, but at least my camcorder does show the detail in the proper nice weather. But I'm using these wagons well, not really new at all. I think the most newest thing I got in my wagon selection is, I think, the Lomac. And these wagons are second hand. I bought them as part of a job on eBay a couple of years back. So these are all second hand wagons. I don't put them in a particular order at the moment, but I'm hoping I will. As some point, because as the normal 66 they usually pull tankers, but we've got 3 more wagons swing down off the window, and then we'll get her running with her train, and then we can show you some running shots with her running around. Yeah, it's been a long time since we did the cargo train, and I thought, being part of the mod How to Build Your Own Race Series part 2 today, I thought put this in as part included this video. I thought it'd be quite nice to add this to the video to run the cargo as well. Just grab my last couple of wagons and we can start getting these moving. How many freight trains are going to be running today? Probably at least 2 for the whole session. So you might see the 66 and maybe the 58 as well. And then you'll see the In-City and GWR castles. Should be pretty good. Should be quite a fun video actually. Hopefully you guys enjoy it too. Yeah, I'm just finishing off the wagon. Last one to put on. Where that keeps coming undone. Using that wagon does not want to play ball. Very strange. Right, she's coupled up to the 66. Not entirely sure what the train's going to think when they go around this one. Right, we're all coupled. Let's give it a try. I'm just a little bit concerned about them derailing, but let's give it a try anyway. How do I switch the lights off? Nothing. Literally nothing. What's that all about? Having lights on, I need switching them off while she's pulling her train. Don't really need them on while she's pulling her train. At the moment she just needs the white lights from directional use only. Let's try this again and let's... right. Yep, I thought it wouldn't be that simple. Here she comes. I'm going to open up the foot a little bit so we can get around the track. Instant derailment over that selection there. Always. You're going to be always the small wagons always set them off. Don't understand it. Yeah, these 2 wagons at the back are my newest wagons, I think. I got them last year or the year before, I can't remember when I got them, but they're not that old. Coming round. Which comes with a freight train. Sorry about that being in the way. Hopefully we'll just adjust to the railway because they haven't run in a long time as wagons, so they're probably trying to do adjust to the railway setup. Oh, there's a wagon off, I think. Come on, 66. I'll run the Class 43s shortly. I'm going to run the 58 before I run those 3 iconic sets. But yes, you're having right. I've got 3 of them at the moment, but hopefully I'll get at least another 4. Hopefully, before I calm them down a bit, because I do want to get a couple more before I do decide, you know, enough is enough for them. If it comes in a low. Stop to here because I want to take the lightweight tanker off because she's literally having issues with her wheels. No idea why. So we're going to put her back of the train instead. And the only tank I'm missing, oh I don't, I thought I missed one of them. Right, final try of getting this moving. Coming 66. There we go. Just get some power from it. Track is rather filthy, I know, but this track has only been put down yesterday. It shouldn't be making this much difference at the moment. How many drones? I think it's mainly that one. Just keep on moving. I'll tell you what it is, but something keeps making me stop. Could be this piece of track here. She has to keep on stopping every time there is a problem. She should keep on going. Off you go. She's like, nope, I don't want to move yet. Alright. Right, I think we've got some life up this end. What about this end? I can't see it without the cargo in the way. Go on. Can you keep going? Because it keeps stopping and making it all tricky for me. Right. Tracking will be a little bit of a pain in the bum. But apparently today's going to be one of those days where friends do not want to play ball. She's on perfectly well, just that she's been a pain in the butt, as usual. But we'll run Leeds City, GW Castle and Junior very shortly. Come on. Seems liking you. Everything's on. I don't know what's causing it. Is it the track or is it the controller? I'm not sure at this point. Could be anything. Well, as I say, part 2 is going to be to run the train. Part 3 would be how to build. Hopefully we can start putting cork and banners down at that point after today. There'll be an all-in-one session for probably the rest of this week. So mainly running the sessions this week, and then hopefully next week we'll get the cork in. Okay. Actually, it's being through Helston and not running, I don't know. Activity the control is playing up. It's not the first time this one's playing up. Let's get a movie, see if we can get some movement from her. Nothing from that. Well, hopefully we can just get her moving. Get some life out of her. Come on. She could be cold. I'll give her that. She might be cold. But I'm not getting very much life out of her. Which makes me wonder her engines are seized to some extent. So we might have to get her moving properly to get her full brain flowing later. Well, I think she's just really stiff because she hasn't run very much since, well, we moved house, I think. So she kind of has gone kind of sleepy. And the control of the connection is not great. Here she comes, the whole thing. Not the most efficient of the trains, but I don't know. Let me move the phone out of the way and you can kind of get a closer angle of her coming through. I'll put the camera down again for a moment. Just for a moment, I'm going to put it down because it can actually shut that corner. Keep the finger down, but it's going to have to go. For a moment. Seems to be when she gets going, she's fine, but well, that's something probably connected from the track end. Retouch that and then reconnect that piece there. There we go. Hopefully we're all good to go. Easy guns are in front of them. Just on to doing this movie. Let's go back to getting that good shot for you. a little bit longer, and then we'll swap over to 1050. Kind of hold my hands not in the scissors. Right. Okay, we'll do 2 more rounds of this one, and then we'll take her off and swap into a set over here, 3 sets down here. And we can get them going as well. Right, one more that with this one, and then we'll flip over. We'll bring it around again, then we'll stop her, and then you can see and the castle and the 250 sets will be running. We'll bring around this tiny meditations. Around this end of this platform. There we go. This is how long my freight train really is. Quite a length. Till we get to the end of that, so you can count how many wagons I actually added on from the amount of wagons I've got over the time I've had this train. 58 might be running in the next part of the video. I'm just thinking of time, and we're already running into 42 minutes. I'll see what we've got time available left after running the HS2 sets. Then, yes, I'll show you how to build this. It's really straightforward. You just connect the tracks lined up with each other. Don't leave a gap, so to speak. A simple way to explain that by grabbing a piece of track. Let me do a little quick test what I mean by that. When you're into new to model areas, then check out the first part, the how to build the model area series, which is very straightforward sort of thing. And some of my older videos can probably help more with that, really, because yeah, I don't have the same sort of space I had before. But basically, you don't want to leave it as saying like you want to do something like that. You know what I mean? Because there's a gap, and you push these two together. I'm trying to keep my hands out of the way. You push these together. Look, it leaves a gap in the track because there's like a little step in the way of the track. That's level. That one's not, and that's because that one's set on top of the fish plate, not in level with the fish plate. If that was level with the fish plate, then you know you wouldn't have that step in between the tracks. So you want to take it out again, just to slide it off the fish plate. Sometimes you don't have to take it all the way out. Sometimes you can just push it in by lining them up. Now, I'm kind of relying on the camera for this moment. See how they're lined up? Then you just need to push them two together, just like that. And then you get a very smooth surface as the trains go over them. And, you know, the trains will run far more efficiently by doing that. If they have a step in them, then you want to change it or swap and just push it out again. Literally just push out again, then push them back in together with they sit in the fish plates next to each other. That's how tracks connect properly, and they will get a more better flow from that with the current, which is always good. Right. Enough of that sort of idea. Let me put the phone down again. I'm going to put the 66 over the one side and her side in for now, which is where she's going to be housed anyway with her wagons. As I said, this is the only one exception that I would accept, to have her as the one exception to my dream out is going to be 66. But the rest are all going to be HSDs, so don't expect anything steam related on this line. Unless that, you know, you guys want me to film it because you want to see the steam trains on my layout, and that's fine. But yeah, sometimes I'm doing just normal running stations. Most of the time it's going between 66s, class 43s, so it might be the measurement train will be eventually on this layout, which will be kind of nice. But they're not going to be the same as the like in the cities, the cross country sets, and the what's the other one called? In city, cross country, and probably the castles. I'm not sure. And of course the older stuff like East Coast version, all the old livery HST sets are going to be popular as well. You want to join the train group, you can. I join it often as I can, but during summer seasons I just don't, because obviously there's too much events going on the main line generally, so I don't tend to think about that in the summer. And you know, summertime is usually a time a lot of people tend to be out anyway, and there's going to be a lot of different videos next year. Possibly I'll be changing how I do my content next year, so I won't be posting every single day, but I really start cutting down on that. So, and the reason I've done that is because, well, I could put that time into build my dream out completely, which I could do, but I'm not going to at the moment because I need to start building my dream out in the way I want to, if you know what I mean. But yeah, now we're going to set up the castle sets. The next one we're going to put in and running. I hope you enjoyed the in-city review, unboxing it and reviewing it for you. There will be more unboxing reviews in the probably beginning of next year, and most of the summer of next year. There will probably be one or two of them in between the year. And I think for probably going out places like Dawlish, Marshbarton and Tiverton Parkway and Birmingham New Street, all the areas, and it's probably the occasion when I go up to London to see the trains there as well. But that'll be for next year, and maybe not while the events are going on, but during the other events they do have planned through the late in the summer. Right, I'm just going to renew myself and show you more of the line. Right, let's bring the castle set running down now. Oh. Take all that about. That doesn't sound right. What's that about? Sounds a bit rough. But keep an eye on it. If that's aggressive more, then we'll probably pop on and take a look at it. It might just be a little bit rough. I haven't oiled them yet. There she goes. Kind of a little rough, but from the parking perspective, being that she hasn't probably run in, she probably needs to be running. That's a train behind. Come on, Castle. Don't leave your train behind. We're going to see her going backwards. Probably at some point in the video, yeah. We might see her go backwards a couple of times. There she goes. Good speed too. Not too bad. I'm going to try and get a really close shot for you as you're coming past the station. And then we'll get one between the side of you. Here's the side. We'll have a couple of zooms for you. We'll do about 3 laps of this one, and then we'll do 2 laps going that way, and then we'll do the in-city, and then we'll final the junior stuff, which will kind of be the order than the track, but it should be nice to get whether one of the she's going to have her carriages, so 2 more laps for this one, and then we'll have 1 or 2 laps going the other way. We'll have our first one this set. We cover our carriages before and then we can get everyone in the forecast there. Okay, I think one more lap of it and then we'll get this one. You can still run the corner, I don't know what I'm about. I just need to talk to our one and what the guys here can do. Okay, let's bring it down the straight here and then we'll stop off and go back the other way for 2 laps. Going around this way 2 laps. Or not. Maybe we won't. This carriage just doesn't want to play ball. I forgot to realise that the carriages don't always play well, go around tight radius. Not that they're actually that tight to be honest, but they're fared on this particular part of the corner. Guessing the train did not like that. Let's give it around anyway. Let's give it a very low speed, we don't know how to go too fast. It becomes immediately. As I say, she's not keen on going this way. I'm not entirely sure why. So let's take her off and put the in-city on next, I think. Yeah, let's get her in-city set. I'm going to pop you next to the GDR HST for the moment while I'm going to dismount the castle set and then go back on the siding. At the moment the castle set sits up on the front because the carriages are a little bit longer on the in-cities at the moment because I've got the quite the correct coaches. It's a bit better than the castle set, but still not great. I'm going to put power car on the front, which I often do, being that she often pulls in the front direction generally. In real life she would have been powered both ends, but in model form you don't really need to do that. Unless you're pulling the, 12+2 rake, then maybe you need something like that. But in the forecast set you just don't need that sort of power. An 8-car set, depends on the model. Let's get the in-city out next then. There goes the castle load back into our siding. Ready to chill out for a bit, and I'll bring the in-city out. Now, the in-city is going to be a little bit of a complicated system because she has run in. I have run her in off camera. Yesterday, actually, I run her in properly yesterday. Now this power car is going to be outstandingly. It's going to move fast, if I set her up for that speed. So hopefully, if we do set her up to that power, hopefully nothing will derail. Now the track, well, the wheels, my gosh, they are so grimy. I mean, these are really grimy wheels. They're terribly grimy. But, you know, that's what happens when I don't keep on top of them, cleaning the wheels. The InCity model, well, the power cars, I think, wheels are clean. They don't look bad. So, we'll just get put it back on the track. We'll put the wheels back on. I know they're not very clean at all, but it should be alright for this video. And we'll just make sure she's going to be well cleaned before the train runs at a high speed, because I'm not totally sure what that wheel's going to be like running at that speed, but we'll see. See how they get on. And we just bring the other Victral blue and grey coach into shot. Comes the InCity playing card of the set. Gonna be fair to put the other carriage on. Right, let's bring her forward a little bit, and then we'll get her shown on camera, and I'll get her moving. And yes, a lot of people, well, the guy who invented that, he's called by Chi, because a lot of people who make trains call by a female name, because they refer them as she. Don't know why, but that's what the companies like to do. So there's the InCity, there's the Victral blue and grey, or blue and white carriages, which I have painted myself. Again, they're not technically correct to the right colours, but they're getting closer. But yeah, these ones I painted myself. They're not in the best colour shape, but that one's closer. But that one's also made like a dark version of the other one. That one's a slightly better paint job. That one's a bit rushed. So, and there's some detail on this one, but that one did not get any detail. Right. Let's get the InCity going. This might be slightly over now, I just realised, being that we're nearly an hour already. Might be an hour and 10 minutes, I think, by the time the video ends. It's not good actually, she didn't look too bad. I mean, yeah, two carriages to make a little difference for a high-speed train like that. Close it down. Still running around rather nicely. And we'll have some zooming things as well. And just one of the comic sets of the 1970s. That's one of the we're going to crank the speed up a bit and see how fast we can actually shift out being realistic. We're going to get our speed going now. So, get our pass through, and open it up a bit now. Open it up a bit. Do a couple of laps like this. Not too much. That street from one of the carriages. It's coming from that carriage, one of the front, it's very light. Speeder through. There's the guy. Okay. Yeah, as you can hear, her bogie is just not great. And we're going to bring it back as well. I'm gonna go a little slow this time because I don't know what's going to happen in this corner. So the point, well, the corner there you seem to be in a nightmare. I'm moving about 50% speed, not too fast but not too slow. Trying to get fun. I'm talking of torrents. She's in fine. Oh, she's fine, but this carriage just doesn't want to play ball. This carriage at the back, which is the one being pushed by the power car, is just makes so much noise. Right, let's get her carriage on correctly, then we'll try again. We'll get a mid-range speed this time instead of full speed. Let's keep it at a very steady speed for this correction as well. See the carriage will be alright with that. There she goes. Forward that way. Okay, we'll keep her going forward for a bit because we haven't had a long running really. Let's go back the other way then. And just let me go past the camera again. There we go. Open up a bit more. I'm rolling the carriage with me that speaking again. And then the other carriage is doing so anyway. Okay. 2 more laps to go. One more lap to do it. So we're going to get off all the slow speed corners, and I'm going to bring it around to the front here, down the straight here, and we'll swap over to doing next 80 turns. There we go. We've done the GWR castle set, and now we've just done the Intercity 125 set as well, with the top speed of 148 miles per hour from London. I can't still remember the name of the station of that London one. It wasn't London Pancras. It could have been London Pancras. Up to Cardiff Central, I think it was going to at that point in time. And over a short distance, they did do over 200 miles an hour with the set. But it's, you know, the 70s, 80s colours that would have been with British Rail. British Rail blue, put it in city colours as well. Brilliant. So next up we have got the GNER set. This is the final one to run today. So far I hope you enjoyed this running session / Hardboard series part 2. I won't be doing part 3 straight away, as I said, because I haven't got the core balanced yet. Once I do, then yeah, we can start building that part 3. Virgin Monorail is part 3. I think it'd be good once we got it going, but right now I need to actually get the Hulk in to do it. Buy stuff online, you can buy it in stores. It's quite easy to get, really. It's not very expensive, but it's just more time and money. I don't always have the time right now to do all that. So part 2 will be the final one for a little bit, and then part 3 will come back. Part 3 might come up at some point after Christmas. By then I should probably have some new HSTs to film, and I would hopefully got my cork in before I got my new trains, but hopefully for the time being hoping that'll be good enough for a bit of time. But We'll just end off with the GNR HST set. I don't know what wrapped around, maybe one of the window things come out. It might sound like it. I'll tell you what it was. It's running around in the centre there. Tells you what it is. I did notice there was a bit of rattling around in these sets. Yeah, I think it's just the back window, like the back window near the guard compartment, it's just come out, and it means lifting off to actually reglue it back in. That's all it will take, but I just don't really want to make that, making a thing with it, and then suddenly find myself to make a pig's ear or something, and they completely mess it up. Because let's face it, it's probably what will happen if I try. Right, we've got the back carriage on, now we just need to put the train car on, and then we'll get the GNR HST out for the final run for today. Right, she's on, let's push her into a yard. She can slip sides, due to her castle set, and shortly she'll be also set inside the GNR set as well. So let's get the final HST running for today's video. So we've got train car on the track, we've got one of the carriages now going on. Hopefully we can also bring in the power car. There we go, got the next carriage connected up. Just got the power car to connect to, and then we'll get some running shots for review for this one. Going to run for today with this one. There we go, there's the GNR HST power car, the two carriages and the train car on the rear. Let's get it going, and we'll get it moving on the railway. Now I can do a bump shot angle if you want me to. I'm not going to do things like that quite yet, because I think the track's quite ready for what happened now. Yeah, the cows are so good right for some reason. Because I don't know what happened, I'm not quite sure. It's not going that fast, but I'm thinking she's doing about 55 to 60. It's going to slow down a little bit. I wonder what is that particular coach? We'll see what happens from this corner, because it might start from the game. I'll change the back coupling to the back one. Let's do that actually before we end the video off. Might make it slightly longer than I planned, but I want to find out what's causing the problem. And nothing's really making any sense by doing that. Just put it back on. We'll get a couple more shots with her and then call it a day, I think. Let's get it going again. Just take it around and see what she's done it. Kind of into this angle. see if you can catch her doing that again. If it's just the track or it's just the track. Or something like that. What's happened on this cone? It might be to do with that little piece of straight piece in the middle of the corner and then it's got forward. Maybe it did like that. Yeah, there's a slight jump in that corner. I'm not sure what it's causing this, but keep my eyes out on it. I didn't say you didn't do it. I think the thing is behind me, but it keep happening that way. Very strange that it happened in that way. How's that happening? The second is move real quick. This is another thing. Yeah. Once this layout is properly planned out, I think we can really up the speed properly, and you can go with a 8-car set. Because these would have typically gone in a 9 plus maybe an 8-car set. So you definitely used to travel by 9 or 8-car sets. So you can travel by London. Right. And I'll leave it at that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, give it a like, comment and subscribe. I'm on Twitter if you wish to. And if you follow me on my change channel, always in the description below. And she's just gonna keep you around and putting out the edit and explain. But yeah. And what I'm gonna do is park her up in the side and put it back down again and end it off from that. There we go. Look at those three. They're rather smart, don't they? So we got the Intercity Gust here. Got the GWO cards set there, and now we've got the one of the older ones, which is the GNER. I got last year when I came out of hospital. It was one of my treats from coming out of the hospital last year. These are my 2 new additions this year, GWR and the Intercity set. Down these sidings will be the East Coast, Virgin, and probably a few other sidings to go with the other HSTs. But right now, we're just going to put it away, and hope you guys enjoyed that little, well, quite a lengthy video in the end. But hope you guys enjoyed nevertheless. And I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Have a great day. Peace out.